Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I've got 7 here. I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start with this one here. It's been kind of like the weather's been so terrible recently. This is like the rainiest, most gray spring I maybe have ever experienced in South Carolina. I mean, it is insane. It's been like this for weeks at this point, but we had a really nice day this past week. So I took the opportunity to pull out my Jovon Gardinia. My beautiful friend Jacqueline sent this over to me earlier this year. I did wear it right after she sent it, but it was still a little bit, it was just kind of starting to warm up. So I knew I wanted to wear it again as soon as it started to warm up. This is just a really beautiful, pretty simple, light, airy, sweet gardenia scent. It's a brand new formulation. It's a brand new bottle. So, but I can still get a good like 6, 7, 8 hours out of this scent. It's not like, it's light and airy, but it's not wispy in that it like wears off really quickly. It does still hang around for quite a long time, and I love it. If you're just looking for a really easy gardenia scent, this is a very easy gardenia scent to wear. I would say this is even easier than my Sage Lifestyle, I think it's Moonstone, from the Sage Lifestyle. It's affordable, and I just love this one. It's a great, sweet gardenia scent for the summer. So anyways, that is the first one. That is Jovon Gardinia. Okay, the second one, it hasn't been like cold, but it's just been gray and gross. So I pulled out my Stella McCartney EDP formulation. This is the new formulation. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. The new formulation is a little bit, it's a little bit lighter than like the original formulation, which is why I grabbed this one. This is beautiful. This is my favorite rose fragrance of all time. One of my favorite fragrances of all time. This to me is an absolute masterpiece. This is one that I'm hoping at some point they re-release. It is just, it's perfection. It's peony and rose and amber. It's got a little bit of citrus in the top. It's warm, can really be worn any time of year. This is an old signature of mine. I used to wear this. I wore this like exclusively for years. I took a couple of breaks, which I'm about to film. Somebody asked me to film a nostalgic perfume video, which I'm gonna do today as well. And you will definitely see this, and I'll talk about the breaks that I took from Stella. But I've been wearing Stella since it released in 2005 or 2003. Did it come out no, I think it came out in 2000. I can't remember, but I remember seeing a magazine ad for it, smelling it in a magazine, and immediately ordering it as soon as it dropped at Sephora. I'm still obsessed with it to this day. This formulation doesn't last very long in warm weather, so I think I got maybe like 4-ish hours out of it or so. I do have better luck with this in the cold weather. This is a very, very long, even the new formulation lasts a really long time on me in the cold weather. It just doesn't perform super, super well in the heat. But anyways, it's just an absolute stunner of a fragrance and one of my favorites of all time. That is Stella, the EDP formulation. Okay, next I wore a couple of my Sugar Me Sweet fragrances. I'm like obsessed with these. These are kind of all I want to wear recently. This is the Ciru Sucra one, which is a dupe of the Cirque du Soleil fragrance. This is yummy. This is kind of like it's like a sweet, sugary, cotton candy type scent. Again, kind of warm out when I wore this, and I knew this was just gonna be an easy reach, so I grabbed it. You'll see I'm like just going for easy reaches right now. But yeah, I think this has got a little bit of apple in it, if I remember. It's got maybe some berries. I can't even totally remember what is in this. It smells like a sweet, kind of fluffy, cotton candy type scent. It's really yummy. I love it. Nothing groundbreaking. I don't think that it's anything that hasn't been done before. I know a lot of people think that this is a really like unique gourmand. In my opinion, it's not. It's fine. I love it. I think it smells incredible. I like to wear it. I don't think it's worth picking up a bottle of the actual fragrance. I don't know how good of a dupe this is. I should say that. I don't know if this is a really good dupe, but just looking at the note breakdown, I don't know. But anyways, I do love this scent, and this is one that I would definitely buy a full bottle of when I, like a full bottle of a dupe when I run out of it. So that is Sugar Me Sweet Ciru Sucra. And then the other Sugar Me Sweet fragrance that I wore is this one here called Fresh Vanilla. This is a super easy reach vanilla. This is like a milky vanilla that is not very sweet. It's more of like a milky, really creamy, kind of skin-like, extracty type vanilla. I love it. It's really, really warm, sits on the skin really beautifully, lasted a super long time. I think I got a good like 8 to 10 hours out of this fragrance. It wasn't one that I smelled on myself like into the following day, but I definitely smelled like this all day. And actually my clothing did still smell like this. Even the following day. So this is a really, really good, like if you're just looking for a really easy vanilla that's not, it's kind of gourmand, but not overly gourmand and not overly sweet. This one is fantastic, especially for the price and especially for how this performs. I was so pleasantly surprised by this. So anyways, that one is Fresh Vanilla from Sugar Me Sweet. Okay, next, this one I pulled out for a video last week. This is the La Vanilla Vanilla Grapefruit. Even though I was meaning to talk about just the original La Vanilla Pure Vanilla, I accidentally pulled the grapefruit one out. This is the one that I love to wear in the summertime or in the hot weather. Something about the addition of the grapefruit in this, it's still a heavy fragrance, don't get me wrong. I find all of the La Vanilla fragrances to be quite heavy, which is what I really love about them because I like a heavier fragrance even in the summertime. Sometimes I like a wispy light, citrusy, floral, or something like that. But a lot of the time I like heavy fragrances. So this is like La Vanilla Pure Vanilla, which is kind of like a complex vanilla. It's got some heliotrope in it. It's a little tiny bit powdery. It almost has like a liqueur kind of aspect to it where it's a heavy, complex vanilla. But again, this one has a hefty dose of grapefruit in it. And because of that, it gives it this really beautiful brightness that wears throughout the entire wear time. Like the grapefruit never fades. And this is quite a linear scent. And so is La Vanilla Pure Vanilla. They're quite linear scents. They pretty much smell the same from the time you spray them on until they get into the deep dry down. They're just quite linear. This one though, I love it because the grapefruit just hangs around the entire wear time. This is an absolute monster, just like every La Vanilla fragrance I've ever tested, whether it be a spray perfume, the oils, they are all so incredibly long lasting. The value for the money on these are amazing. They used to be $48 a bottle if you got them on the La Vanilla website. I will try to link, or I'll link them down below. I don't know if they're still $48. Everything has raised in price, so I don't know if they've raised their prices or not, but even still, like I would pay $100 for one of their perfumes because they're such good quality and they perform so well. And I just feel like the value is definitely there for these fragrances. So anyways, that one is Vanilla Grapefruit from La Vanilla. They are clean. I never trust a clean label because I feel like people can slap clean on anything. I know they can. They can slap clean on anything and they don't necessarily have to be clean. So it says that they're clean. That's always kind of been their shtick forever, since like the early 2000s. But who really knows? Okay, next I pulled out my Libra Darange like this. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this fragrance. This is one of my favorites. Like this and Stella, I wore two of my probably top 5 for life fragrances this week because again, I was just looking for easy reaches. This is one of my top five fragrances for life fragrances. A beautiful subscriber sent me a backup bottle of this, so I don't feel like I need to hoard it or anything. And the bottle she sent me is like a big one, so I am so grateful to have a backup of this because I use this to death. For me, this is a huge dent. Like I just don't go through perfume like this normally because I've got so many and I'm like wearing a new perfume every single day almost. But this is just one of my holy grail fragrances. There's nothing like I don't want to say there's nothing groundbreaking. I've never smelled anything else quite like this scent, but this isn't one of those fragrances that's just gonna like blow your socks off because it's so, I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say, but I don't know that this would be for everybody, but this is absolutely for me. This is one of the like homiest, warm fragrances that just, it smells incredible without smelling. It's not like overly perfumey. This one has got like pumpkin in it and immortelle flower. It's got vetiver in the base. I think it's got maybe a little bit of ginger if I remember correctly. It's warm, it's kind of skin-like, it's kind of perfumey, but without being overly perfumey. It smells like home. I mean, it's just such an incredible fragrance. This one lasts a super long time in colder weather, or cooler weather, I should say. I can get a good like 10 to 12 hours out of it in cooler weather. In warmer weather, I can usually get maybe 6 to 8 hours. So it's not like terrible or anything. I prefer this in the warmer weather. There's something just almost nostalgic smelling about it in warm weather. I'm just obsessed with it. I'm just obsessed with this fragrance. Again, this is one of those perfumes that every time I talk about it, I rave about it because I love it so much. But I don't want people to run out and buy it because I feel like some people might be disappointed with it because it's not like life-changing, if that makes sense. Unless you're somebody that really like finds comfort in like homey type scents, you know, the way that a house in the French countryside in the 80s would have smelled. That's what this smells like to me. I mean, it's fantastic. So anyways, that is Etat Libra Darange like this. And then last but not least, I wore this Dossier Floriental Brown Sugar, which is YSL Mon Paris. I think it's called Fruity Brown Sugar now. So yeah, I should say it's Fruity Brown Sugar, but I just have one of the original bottles. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This is one of my favorite easy reaches in my collection. This is the fragrance. This and my Alchemy 33. Those two fragrances are two of like my most easy reach fragrances of all time. Both have a kind of floral, fruity patchouli. This is more of like a fruit patchouli. That one's more of like a floral patchouli, I would say. I love this. This is sugary, like saccharine sweet, raspberry, brown sugar. It's got some pear in it. It's got some jasmine in the middle. It's got brown sugar again in the base. I think it's got some vanilla in the base, patchouli, obviously. It is a beautiful, this one, I love how this one lays on my skin because it's like a really saccharine sweet, like fruity, brown sugar and patchouli scent. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It smells incredible on me. This thing lasts absolutely forever, even on skin. I haven't been sleeping great these past few weeks. I've been waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and then I'll lay there until like 4 o'clock and then I'll fall back asleep and then get up for good like at 6. But the day that I was wearing this, when I woke up in the middle of the night, I had my arm kind of like up by my face. And I immediately, when I came to consciousness, realized that I could still smell this on my skin, like on my arm. And I had been wearing it all day long. So that is just a testament to like how long lasting and good quality this is. This might be my favorite fragrance from Dossier. I just think that they killed it with this one. So anyways, that one is called Fruity Brown Sugar, and it is a dupe of YSL Mon Paris. And that is going to be it, you guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.